Hi, Alex Fortey here, Art of Simple Golf, with our friend Alistair Davies, and we are going to help you with a very simple hip move that is going to give you distance for every single shot. And it's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's get to it.
So Alex has asked me very kindly to come and talk to you about the hip action and how we can improve ideally your distance, but also your consistency as well. I think if you move the hips or pelvis correctly in the downswings we're going to talk about mostly here today, you actually get the benefit of becoming a more consistent, better golfer as well as increasing length. So primarily you can talk about it as increasing length or improving consistency. It'll do all. So
yeah,
it's a great tip.
I mean, this move, this little hip move, does pretty much instantly add distance though, isn't it?
Correct. If we can start using your pelvis in the way I want you to, I'm going to describe it to you now and describe the common faults as well, you are definitely going to use the ground more, and that way you can produce more ground force reaction and therefore create more of the buzz terms in these days with more speed, more distance, more efficiency.
And in a way it's less abrasive and it's almost less effort because we're using the environment and the gravity and how the body's moved to help us, so it should make it a bit more easier to get that distance.
Yeah, commonly what I would see with players is if they start using the ground better and the pelvis better, as we're going to talk about specifically, they will gain more club head speed without looking like they're going any faster. So exactly what you're saying, it's more of a natural occurrence that they get more efficiency, more speed by being clever, if you like, but also training their body to work differently.
Okay. All right, so what is it we're seeing most of the time?
Okay, well, we see a lot of golfers, and I'll talk to this camera here, we see a lot of golfers when they come to impact, basically their pelvis, the tailbone, wherever you want to talk about it, moves backwards through impact. So their weight essentially is moving from the middle of their stance, if you like, to the trail of their stance during contact. And it will kind of do this, and most of the players that do this will have a tendency to cut across the golf ball also. So it's very difficult to swing to the right when your weight's moving
Why do
backwards.
you think people have that tendency to sort of hang back? Is it just trying to help it up, especially with the driver?
I would say for most of the people I come across, meet and coach, the tendency is they want to lift the ball in the air. And when the driver gets in the hand, specifically, obviously there's left loft on the club, they're trying then to get that ball to be launched more. And sometimes it might be our fault because we're talking about hitting up on the ball with the driver and things like that, that mean, how do I hit up on the ball? And they do it the incorrect way rather than the efficient way that we're going to talk about. Okay. So we see a lot of that. If you imagine this is in line with my tailbone would be moving away from target as I go and make contact with the ball, and it's certainly not doing what we want it to do, which is again is elevating a little bit as well, which we're going to get into in more detail in a second.
Okay.
So the key to me is what we want the pelvis to do would be in the downswing. Obviously, as we start down, our right hip is obviously higher than our left at this stage at the moment. These are going to get more level as we go down, and as they get more level we're going to be pushing into the ground ideally, and then, again, it's hopefully something that's not conscious this, but certainly from a practice point of view you could actually do some shots where you're thinking pushing to the ground, and then we're going to try and elevate and push off the ground like this, and you'll see here how my left hip raises up, the whole of my pelvis raises up as I push off the ground and rotate. So we're looking to rotate and relocate our tailbone, our pelvis, whatever you want to refer to it as, towards our lead side, whilst utilising the ground efficiently.
And that what you've got there with the club is the perfect drill, really, and that's what you can use at home. It's everything like that.
Yeah, a lineman rod if you prefer, club, a broom at home, anything you want to use, and just do these exercises in front of the mirror and start to feel how you kind of centre the weight to where the hips get more level. And then from there we push up, and it's almost like my belly button, if you like, is elevating, my body's extending, and you can feel that push from your right leg if you wanted to, or just from your centre of your body. It doesn't really matter. Own your own feels, as I often say.
What do you mean the centre of your body?
Well, for example, what I'm doing now, I'm feeling like my rib cage and my
so your core basically.
My core is pulling up.
And
then when we went to do that in the golf swing, we might feel that we go here, centre that weight, hit the ground, and kind of elevate
and you
up.
see what happens is, because that's the sort of engine of what we're talking about with that core moving, the arms and everything just sort of gather and come through, so you don't have to think about moving the hands necessarily faster. It just happens as an occurrence, really.
Yeah, absolutely ideal. For me, as a golf coach, the more we can encourage you to have a motion, and for me, I like thinking of the end of the swing rather than impact quite often. It gets everything more
it has to be
natural.
what I love about this is, I talk about it a lot, but it golf is, you know, we're trying to react to the objective, which is send something that way. And if the movement can sort of emphasize that, then it's only going to be a good thing.
Yeah, I think we've talked before in other videos before about throwing and things like that, and I think the more we can make this simple and motion driven, and again, you know, not get too affected by the environment, but try and feel that we have things that we can resonate to that are maybe non-golf.
Yeah.
The easier it is then to start making a new move.
Yeah.
And for me, learning a new move is pretty tough, but consciously we can introduce a new move probably instantly.
Yeah.
So if my consciousness was to feel, okay, I'm going to elevate and get through the ball, I'm not thinking about impact, as you said. My natural
it's not so much about the minutiae, it's about the whole, and then
Yes.
the results are better because of
Yes.
it. Okay, so there you have it. You've got a wonderful drill that Alistair's shown you. You can use at home with an alignment stick or a club. You know, practice in front of the mirror, get that sensation, but as we were talking about, don't focus so much on the, you know, impact or minutiae. Just feel that flow and that energy and that core go through the ball. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them below. Check out Alistair's channel as well. And if you follow the link below, you can see some links to some great videos that you can learn more about the simple process and how you can play golf no matter what your age or level. Thanks. We've got a really great program called the Simple Senior Swing System. And all you have to do is click the link below to learn more about that. And at the moment, we've got it on a really good offer for you with some fantastic bonuses. So no matter what your age is, no matter what your ability is, all you have to do is click that link below and you can learn that you can get 20, 30 more yards out of every golf shot. You can be strain free and you can play great golf for many years to come.